In this video, you're going to learn all about how to remedy hot flashes. In more detail, here's what you can expect to learn. First, we'll discuss why do hot flashes happen? What are the physiological mechanisms behind it? Then we'll talk about, is there a cure for hot flashes? Can you make hot flashes go away 100%? Then we'll talk about 3 hot flash remedies divided into exercise, supplements, and nutrition, including one alcoholic beverage that can reduce hot flashes quite well. And hint, it's not red wine. Before we jump in, who am I? My name is Igor. I'm the author of the Amazon book called Mastering Menopause. As well, I've been a personal trainer since 2006 with a specialty in menopausal and postmenopausal women. As well, I've been training other personal trainers in my methodology by speaking at personal training conferences since 2013. And I've delivered over 400 wellness presentations to some of Canada's biggest corporations, including IBM, Bosch, American Express, University of Toronto, Investors Group, and others. If you want to learn when I publish more videos about menopause, hot flashes, exercise, and nutrition, click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's dive in. Why do hot flashes happen? Well, there's a part of the brain that regulates temperature. That part is called the hypothalamus. And what happens during menopause is there is both a large and a sudden drop in estrogen levels. As a result of the speed of estrogen drop, the hypothalamus believes that the body is overheating, and as a result, it opens up these sweat glands, and then you get a hot flash. Now, after a few years, once the hypothalamus gets used to the lower estrogen levels, hot flashes decrease in severity and frequency until eventually they reach, well, no hot flashes when you're deeply postmenopausal. Now, is there a cure for hot flashes? Let me be very clear with this answer. No. What does the word cure mean? Cure means you've made it go away 100%, and there's nothing you can do that can bring it back. But that's not the case. Nothing reduces hot flashes 100% of the time for 100% of the people. Not hormone replacement therapy, not medications, not supplements, and not exercise, okay? They all reduce it by varying amounts, but none of those amounts are 100%. That's on a population basis. On an individual basis, some women may have a complete resolution of hot flashes. However, that's more the exception rather than the rule. And so here are some different hot flash remedies that people often turn to. One remedy that people hope works is exercise, but really, we're not totally clear whether exercise helps or hurts. Preliminary evidence shows that exercise may actually worsen hot flashes. Now, don't get me wrong. It's great for your heart, it's great for your muscles, it's great for your bones, it's great for many, many things. But there's a chance it could worsen hot flashes. Here is one study titled Physical Activity and Risk of Hot Flashes Among Women in Midlife. In this study, the researchers recruited 512 perimenopausal and postmenopausal women between the ages of 35 to 40. Now, if you're thinking that 35 to 40 is too young to be postmenopausal, I would agree with you. Perhaps these women went into premature menopause. Perhaps they had a hysterectomy, which I recorded another video about. But that is something to keep in mind. And here were the results of the study. The severity of hot flashes as a result of exercise were worse by 70%. And the frequency of hot flashes increased by 79% as a result of exercise. Yeah, is exercise good for you? Well, yes, but not necessarily for hot flashes. However, there are a bunch of caveats to this study. There is still a lot we don't know at the time of this recording, like, is there a difference between premenopausal and postmenopausal women? In this particular study, they lumped all women together, perimenopausal and postmenopausal. Is there a difference based on exercise intensity? Is lower intensity better for hot flashes compared to higher intensity? Is there a difference between cardio and strength training? Is there a difference based on duration? Are lower durations better? Are moderate durations better? Or are high durations the best? So there's still a lot we don't know at the time of this recording, but I am staying up to date on the research, and I will publish future videos about this once the research does become available. So if you want to know when I publish that research, click like and subscribe to my channel. Now, as for supplements, there are 3 promising supplements when it comes to reducing hot flash frequency and hot flash severity. One of the most common supplements for hot flashes is called black cohosh. How well does it work? Well, let's look at the research. One study is titled Black Cohosh Extracts in Women with Menopausal Symptoms. And here were the results. The group that took black cohosh had a 31.5% reduction in hot flashes compared to the placebo group. Not bad. How does it work? Well, here's another study that elaborates on the mechanisms. It's titled Black Cohosh Has Central Opioid Activity in Postmenopausal Women. The word central means at the brain. And here were the results. It modulates neurotransmitter activity. Neurotransmitters are brain chemicals like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. GABA stands for gamma aminobutyric acid, and all it is it's a relaxing neurotransmitter. These neurotransmitters affect mood, temperature regulation, and sleep. Another common supplement often taken for hot flashes is called soy isoflavones. How well does it work for hot flashes? Let's take a look at the research. This study is titled Soy and Health Update, Evaluation of the Clinical and Epidemiologic Literature. Here were the results. The group that took soy isoflavones had a 20.6% reduction in their hot flash frequency and a 26.2% reduction in their hot flash severity compared to placebo. How does that work? Here's another study that looks at mechanisms titled Multidimensional Effects of Soy Isoflavone by Food or Supplements in Menopause Women. The results were this. It's anti-inflammatory, so it reduces two inflammatory markers measured in the study called TNF-alpha and IL-6. TNF-alpha stands for tumor necrosis factor alpha, and IL-6 is interleukin-6. A second mechanism of action is that soy isoflavones behave like weak estrogens. Remember, if the reason for hot flashes is the speed of the drop in estrogen levels, and soy isoflavones raise estrogens slightly, that helps decrease hot flashes, but again, not by 100%. The final supplement we'll discuss is called sage leaf, and this one might be the most potent one as far as hot flashes are concerned. Here's a study titled The Effect of Salvia officinalis Extract on Symptoms of Flushing, Night Sweat, Sleep Disorders, and Score of Forgetfulness in Postmenopausal Women. Salvia officinalis is the botanical name for sage leaf. Here were the results. The women who took sage leaf, they had a 40% lower frequency of hot flashes compared to placebo and a 73% lower severity of hot flashes compared to the placebo group. Not bad. Now, if you're wondering, how does it work? Sage leaf controls neurotransmitters responsible for thermoregulation like acetylcholine and norepinephrine. So it helps you control your temperature better and helps the hypothalamus adjust to the rapidly changing estrogen levels. What about nutrition? What can you eat and drink to help you lower your hot flashes? Here, one common food often recommended is called flax seeds. Here's a study titled Evaluation of the Efficacy of Flaxseed Meal and Flaxseed Extract in Reducing Menopausal Symptoms. In this study, the researchers divided participants into three different groups. Group number one took 500 milligrams of flaxseed extract. This was a supplement. This was a capsule. Group number two ate 2 tablespoons of flax seeds per day. And group number three was the placebo group, and they just took a collagen supplement. Here were the results. The flaxseed extract group reduced their hot flash intensity by 26%, and the flax seeds group reduced by an almost identical amount at 23%. The placebo group basically didn't reduce it at all. A 3% reduction on an individual basis is not noticeable. It's only noticeable on a large population basis for statistical reasons. Now, we come to the alcoholic beverage that helps you reduce both hot flash frequency and severity, and it's beer. Good old beer. Here's one study titled Moderate Consumption of Beer with and Without Ethanol and Menopausal Symptoms. In this study, researchers divided participants into 3 groups as well. Group number one was the alcoholic beer. They drank 1 can of beer per day, 330 milliliters. Group number two was the non-alcoholic beer group. They drank 660 milliliters per day. And if you're wondering, well, these 2 groups don't have an equal amount of beer. Why is the difference? Well, that's because alcohol contains calories. And so the non-alcoholic group had fewer calories. And as a result, they had more beer so that the calories would be equal. And group number three was the control group. They didn't drink any alcohol or non-alcoholic beer. And so here were the results. At the end of 6 months, the group that drank alcoholic beer reduced their hot flash frequency by 22% and non-alcoholic beer by almost the same amount, 20%. Pretty cool. What was the mechanism? Well, beer is estrogenic because it's made of hops. The part of hops that is particularly estrogenic is called isoxanthohumol. So these are your remedies for hot flashes during and after menopause. Now, if one of your symptoms of menopause was weight gain, I have an entire set of videos about menopause weight loss. So if you want to learn how to do that properly and what's different after menopause compared to before menopause, just click on the link on your screen right now or in the description below.